Hello, my beautiful Cancers. Welcome to your reading. I'm going to dive right in here, and today we're going to look into a person or a situation that you're dealing with right now. And let's see how it's going to work out and what you need to know about it. And before I even turn on this video, I heard this voice, this stubborn person, someone stubborn, being stubborn with you. It's not like you being stubborn about the situation, but you're dealing with a stubborn person at this moment, okay? And it seems like here the stubborn can be the energy of the goat, the bull, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. This doesn't have to be their sun sign. This can be their maybe even moon or rising or Venus. Maybe this is romantically that you're dealing with someone stubborn who's stuck in a mindset that they don't want to change. And I see the bull right here, the bull's face, and this another person right next to them actually has maybe a saxophone in their hand, or something, a flute like a thing. The thing is here, if this is like a career that you need to deal with, this seems like kind of like a piper. Like you might have to maybe grab an instrument that they're not really used to, and they're walking towards an elephant, as you can see. And with that instrument, I feel like this is something, a skill set that you have. This is not a surprise thing. This is not an instrument or a skill that is not familiar to you. You know how to use it. You know what to do with it. But maybe you never applied it to this situation here, okay? The first thing come to me as like, for example, as a mother, I have a certain attitude when I am actually raising my child. It's like a sweet but at the same time stern but disciplined attitude, and that's a different thing that I never actually showed that side of me to the other people. But the thing is, now I'm thinking that can be the thing also, that side of you that you have for a specific person, specific reason that you use is actually needs to come out. And that's actually a very strong part of you. Okay, that part of you will be very useful here and can be even an attractive power so high that can bring abundance into your life, resources, prosperity, because elephants symbolize prosperity here. Another thing I have is a pathway opening right there. The pathway is not clear. Maybe you're trying to go on a pathway, but it kind of shapes like a tooth, a wisdom tooth. So it can be a pathway to wisdom, but it can also have some trials and tribulations. This is something that you need to be aware of before stepping into the situation. It can have some hardship. It can have some challenges in it when you step into that space, okay? But this is a free will choice. You don't have to follow the pathway because there's another two different sunshine good news coming forward. Maybe this is something that you're dealing with, a situation that requires more option that you currently don't have, and maybe you believe that they're not going to show up, but it seems like they're showing up. I see there are two heads right here in your heart space, and this can be indicative of you being double-minded about something you truly desire. But also another thing, because we're looking also the people coming forth, can be a Gemini. Gemini comes right before you, Cancer, okay? And this is now your timeline. This is your birthday time, and we close the Gemini cycle, but maybe you haven't. Gemini indicates communication. Mercury is the planet of communications, being open. And the first thing that you can communicate is with your own self, okay? I see someone coming to you also. This can also be when you clearly put out there what you're desiring. There's a gentleman, I feel. Gentleman, I know this is like a gender neutral most of the time my readings are, but this gentleman is coming with a rose. For if you're not interested in that manner, this can be a business offer. But if you're interested in love, this can be someone coming with a love offer to you. But like I said, the Gemini, you are channeling some of the Gemini energy here. Maybe that's why you don't have clarity. You don't have one mind, single-minded approach to the situation. This is big. You cannot unsee this. It's like this is going to appear, this person is going to show up and in your energy, but if you have double mind, you might pass it as something that doesn't exist, You might not even consider it as a love opportunity or a business opportunity. You'll just pass it straight up, okay? So because I see sometimes in the comments you said somebody's going to show up, but in this manner I see that you have a double mind here. You don't have a certain decision. That's going to affect the situation, okay? And what you need to know, that's what we're focusing on. When you have a focused attention, it is going to become easier to see the opportunities. Another thing I see that you are actually finding yourself inside of a crowd right there. There's a rooster actually calling on this crowd. This can be a ministry, or this can be an ashram that people are coming together to meditate. And yesterday I was actually watching Eat, Pray, and Love. If you haven't seen the movie, definitely see it. Even though it seems like a Hallmark movie, it's like a light energy, it has actually great moments of this great quotes. So that gave me the feeling that you might find yourself in a community, but it's not only the community that you're going to find yourself in, it's actually going to reflect some things to you so you can resolve all those burdens that you're carrying as well, okay? Another thing I see here, that there's a platform forming. The platform, I mentioned in one of the readings, platform can be like a higher stage that you need to step on in the physical sense. Maybe you want to step into an environment that you can be lecturing people, so that might require some bravery. And I see here a woman, a feminine energy with like a lot of like smiling and a bubbly smile, that she is extremely attractive and she is extremely light. I see a letter S as Samantha. This can be someone that you are actually also taking as an example or embodying, okay? So this doesn't mean if you're male or female. This is actually a light energy. It's a light in the sense of bright initially, and then it's like a cotton, like, okay? It's not stiff steel. It's not going there to cut the crowd. It's going there to lighten the crowd, make them feel good, basically, and yourself as well. This platform can also be any online platform. Maybe you're going to get on as well. Maybe you have something to say, and you can see the faces right there. So there are some people to hear it, and this even attracts a unicorn into your life, and this unicorn has a male head, so this can be a supporter, a strong supporter coming forward. Another thing on this platform energy, this people that are going to be also being negative. You see someone with a grumpy face, that you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but this doesn't mean that you need to fit yourself into the cups that you're not fitting in, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. And this is opening, whatever it is, opening a new pathway for you in an unexpected way. If you pursue it, it is going to lead you, even bring some tears of joy. There's a person again standing here. I feel like this is the same unicorn. You can see two horns that they have. Okay. This person has a bull right here. Can be a Taurus also. The bull energy, Taurus energy, the Hierophant can be someone with power, authority, someone who has a limiting belief system, but also you see the Hierophant sitting on a box. This indicates that he follows ground rules, but they're standing right here and coming with help. Another thing I see, there is actually a fishing rod that you're casting your fishing rod and you're going to start catching some big fish. And this person can be the biggest fish also. This doesn't mean that catching fish doesn't mean in the like a blunt and rude sense, just catching someone, dropping, make them fall into your trap kind of an energy. This is exactly like you putting out there your thing, your self, your heart, and then someone who is aligning with that coming forward to actually reciprocate, return the energy back, okay? You have intact, your energy field is intact. You don't really have any gaps here, so you are on the right pathway energetically as well. And also there's an expansion, a supernova maybe even happening, that you are really changing your mind about some things, okay? Let's get to your tarot. Today I'm gonna do a quick tarot one. We're gonna look into your current situation. the action you can take to fix it, and then what the outcome will be. And then the oracle is going to have deeper questions this time. Okay, the justice is your current situations. Karma is actually coming back here. Maybe in your situation, there are certain things that are not really falling into the right place, or they're not really moving the way you want them to be. But justice is being served here. This can be even a past karma, the things that you have done in the past that you're still feeling guilty about, they're clearing. And this can happen the best way when you forgive yourself, okay? And again, in the movie, I remember Eat, Pray, and Love. This man, the friend of her, takes her to a rooftop and tells her after a certain conversation happens. He says, sit down here until you forgive yourself. Okay? Because sometimes what we do is we do not believe in ourselves. We do not support ourselves, or we blame ourselves because of the things that we have done. And it seems like here, justice coming forward, so you can really let yourself off the hook. What's done is done now. It's time to live a brighter and better life. Justice can also be in your current situation, indicating of if someone did wrong things to you, the situation worked in a way that is affected by somebody else's negative energy. Seems like that's turning around as well. You're going to receive what is meant for you. And if that person, if somebody actually rigged the game basically on their own favor, that's maybe even their karma catching back up here. What you can do here to actually, temperance is a basically wait, watch, and see energy. Be patient, focus on yourself, focus on raising your vibration, feeling happy, satisfaction, gratitude at this moment with the things that you have, and keep having the vision of the future in the back of your mind, or maybe in the front of your mind. But calm, cool, collected is the term of temperance, and the sun shines behind the background, as you can see. And this is actually, you see, he's ready to leap further. There's a cup right here. Cup means emotional fulfillment. So you are, while you are resting, while you are recuperating, you're actually gathering the energy that is necessary to leap you further. Okay, so if this is a time of resting, and if you're feeling guilty about that, don't, because that's what justice is coming for. This is something that you're worthy of. Take your time. And the outcome will be Three of Cups, celebration, success. This can be a new family, a new soul family, rebirth, marriage, some reconciliation, maybe things that you had been carrying from the past, releasing all of that, relaxing into the moment, and really feeling the joy of life basically. But the Three of Cups also have the energy of finding your soul family, that people really support you fully. And even like, I can tell you something, this is actually happening, even though I don't have Cancer on my chart, to me as well. Like, the more I get out of my comfort zone and get myself the things that my inner child wants, I start to see the people that are really aligning with my energy are coming into my life as well. And I feel like there's something like that happening. And whenever, like, the temperance is actually your reading period, your calming period is actually the time to focus on your true intentions, okay? The feelings of what would it feel like to have your desires. Okay, so don't worry if you're not really actively taking action, but mentally you are moving, leaping so much further. Let's get into your oracle now. We're going to ask the question, the first oracle. What's an important spiritual lesson you're learning from these experiences? We have a shamanic journey coming up, purpose, attunement, vision quest. So basically, this is exactly approving what's happening here. You, with the temperance energy, focus on the vision, because the horse is always a good symbol. It means wish fulfillment, galloping towards a new future. But this journey, this time, it's not only going to create a vision of the future, you're going to know why you are creating that. Why do you want that? And that actually is a powerful tool to manifest things faster when you have a strong why, burning desire, okay? And that can actually turn your desire into like a burning core, the why. Let's get to how can you get into alignment with your desires now. I have more horses here for you. Listening, with the temperance aligns, listening, the answer will be revealed. So I will add this one thing to this. First, ask a question. Okay, first ask. Asking in the sense of in a lofty question. Do not ask a question that you don't want to hear the answers. Means, for example, people ask, "Oh, why is this always happening to me?" And the universe shows you why is this always happening and brings some more. And so ask the question, how can I get better? How can I have an excellent result in the situation, or whatever that applies to? Turn it into a lofty question and the universe will immediately answer. Horses are fast news. So this is also suggesting you can use prayer, meditation, and quieting your mind is important. And the answers are waiting to come forth, but they just need you to quieten your mind. Okay? Right, my beautifuls, that's all for today. If this reading touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tap the bell so we can keep walking this journey together. Thank you for sharing the sacred space with me today, and I wish you all a magical day. Bye.